video to help you with your selfie stick assembly project. And so this is just a slide for you to put the picture on. That's a submission item. But really what you're after first are these 3 links. There are 3 links. There is a Onshape link that'll get you right to the selfie stick. Make sure you're logged into Onshape and then click on this. This is a PDF which just shows us how it gets put together. And this is a catalog, an online catalog where we can order parts, actual physical parts, if you want actual parts, or you can also download 3D models, which is what we need. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this Onshape link, and I am logged into Onshape, so it should give me the opportunity to just make a copy. This is not my work. I didn't draw this. This is from PLTW. This document is view only. Make a copy to edit. So make a copy. I'm just going to call it Onshape Selfie Stick. Onshape Selfie Stick. And I'm going to create a copy. Now when I go to my Onshape, I will have my own copy to mess with. Be a little slow here. I'm going to show you, I'm going to click out of here and go right to my Onshape. And it looks like I should refresh. And there it is. All right, so I'm going to click on my Onshape selfie stick, and you'll see that I have all the parts right here. Okay. Now the challenge here is to assemble these parts, stick them together, but in the ways so they function properly. So, selfie sticks have arms that extend, so you can put it farther or closer. So that's going to go in here, but it's going to be able to slide, and we'll have to set limits so it doesn't pop out or go all the way through. This slides too. That's what holds the phone. That slides inside of that. And then this guy rotates around a screw that we need to go get, and this fits into there, and that rotates as well. Okay, so we're going to mess with this in just a minute, but let's go back to Google Classroom. And if you click here, I just copied this number right there, this part number. So I'm going to go to McMaster Car, and I'm going to just put that part number right here. Thumb screw, 2-arm. That's the one. And plastic head. So it's the one that I searched up. Plastic head thumb screw, 2-arm, 1032 thread, 1 inch long. Right. We're not going to buy it. We're just going to download a 3D step model. I think with step is what we want. Yeah, 3D step. You may have to change that. Here's my default to SolidWorks. But change that to 3D step and download it. Okay, now I just downloaded it to where? To my computer. But I need it in Onshape. So I'm going to go back to Onshape. I need it here. So what I want to do is go insert new tab. And I want to import. And I want to import something in my download folder. This step screw right here. And I'm going to open it up. And I'm going to just keep the defaults what they are. And I have now updated. I go to CAD imports, and usually, let's see here. Let's just see if we can find it. There it is right there. That's the step file. Let's go back to home, all tabs. Yeah, there's the plastic head screw right here. So it shows up. And so now we need to go to our assembly file, because that's where we need the screw. So let's insert that screw and the rest we have here. And there it is. Now I was fiddling with this earlier and I noticed this. Look, the plastic head is not attached to the screw. I mean, it's part of it, but it's not really attached. So let's start with our mating right there. Right? We want those two to be permanently attached as though they're epoxied together or fastened in some permanent fashion. So these are your fastened mates up here. You can fasten, you can revolution mate, you can slide mate. Those are the 3 we're going to be using today. But let's go ahead and stick these 2 things together by choosing fasten. That removes all degrees of freedom. That's like epoxy. I'm going to choose the inside of that center, and I want to mate that to the top of that screw. I like to get close to make sure I choose the center right there. and then I press OK and close that out, and it should be good to go. Meaning if I grab it and drag it, it should all come together as though it's been glued together. So we just fixed that. That came unglued, but now it's glued. Okay, well here's our selfie stick, and we need to, let's see, take a look here. Oh, check this out. This is the phone holder. And these things here have a 1/4 inch diameter, but there's no holes there though, right? So these have to fit inside of those to slide back and forth to grab the phone. And these are solid, and they better be less than a 1/4 inch diameter. So that there is, yeah, 0.2. So let's go, we have to fix something here. Let's go to this part here. Is that the shoe phone holder top? No, it must be phone holder bottom. That's the one. Let's go to that piece, because these need holes in them, right? That needs a hole. It's a 1/4 inch across. The piece was 0.2, so let's go with about a 0.21 hole. So let's look right at it. Let's draw on this surface, sketch, and just do a hole 0.21. Right, so center hole, 0.21 inches, 0.21, enter, and I'm going to do it to this side while I'm here. 0.21, same thing on both sides, 0.21, enter, and let's go ahead and extrude those. And we want to remove material, and we're going to, why don't we just pull it down nearly to the bottom. We won't have to go that far, but let's go just down close to the bottom. I'm at about 1.9 inches here. And so now we've got holes in there, and that'll propagate to our assembly file, which is here. Yeah, see, now that has holes in it. So these will fit into there. Okay, let's start with, gosh, I don't know. Let's just start with the stick. So I think I'm going to straighten this up a little bit just so I don't get too confused here. I'm going to bring this over here and this guy too. I'm going to have all these parts over here on the left. You can do whatever makes sense to you. I'm just going to drag these over here. And basically this stick goes inside of this one. It can slide up and down so the selfie stick gets longer or shorter. But not just by eye. We want to mate them together so it's done properly. Right, so let's go ahead and just go up and choose slide mate, and let's put this bottom dead center. Let's put that into this hole here. So what I've just done is, or what I'm about to do, I've just mated those together. Now check this out. It's a good start, but I'm not quite there, and you'll see why in a second. So this slides up and down. But if I move it side to side, the whole thing goes. So that's good. The problem is this. Oh, it comes right out. Or it goes all the way down into it and down out the back. So what we need to do is set limits. So let me get rid of that and go back to the slide mate and edit it and set limits. Minimum. So let's go, I put it at the top. So let's go down 12. Let's see, down 12 and then no farther than the top. So 0. Let's see if that works. I may have it backwards. Let's see what happens here. So, yeah, I do have it backwards. So it's not going into the thing now. Let's just fix that here. Slider mate, edit. Let's go with 0. You might have to fiddle with this depending on what you chose when you did the mate. Maximum. Oh, that's going to be a positive 12. That has to be bigger than minimum, right? And let's see if that worked. Yeah, there we go. So now it won't come out, but it still slides down and it goes that far. Yeah, so that's perfect. Right, so now that's I've got the selfie stick rod, the stick part itself, and it can slide down, but it won't keep going past that point, and it can slide up, but it doesn't pull apart. It gets to some maximum 12 inches. Okay, that's a good start. Let's go ahead and just maybe bring this thing down here so it's close to our work. And we will now, so I go back to here and I look at this PDF and it shows me how to assemble it. Okay, so here's the assembly. So I need the selfie stick to go to that Y adapter, and the Y adapter goes to that thingamabobber there. And it looks like that. Okay, and it's a little bit offset to the side. And that's the thumb screw there. That's the phone grabber. So here we go. I think we're good to go. Let us put, we need, let me think. We need this to be permanent. So fasten. Let's fasten this. This is that Y looking part. Let's fasten the interior there, the interior center. Let's fasten that. It's right there. And press OK. And it's exactly upside down. So that didn't work. We have to, I was trying to take a shortcut. Often, let's just delete that fasten. I was hoping it would orient itself properly. Didn't I just undo that? Fasten, delete. Yeah. So sometimes it'll flip into the right orientation. Sometimes you got to put them in the right orientation first. It's a little bit, I'm sure there's a rhyme or reason, but I don't quite know what it is. So, but if you orient it first, so let's just rotate this thing 180. So it's in the right orientation. And we'll do that same thing again. Fasten. I'll look right at it. Fasten. I think I got where I wanted to get. Let's see. And I want to fasten that to here. And that looks better. There we go. That looks better. Okay. So now let's see what happens next is this guy here. Turn off fasten mate. We don't want to fasten this. This guy here goes right in here. I just looked at the picture a minute ago, right? And but that's got to rotate. So let's get it kind of lined up first. And so what we're going to do now is I always zoom in to make sure I can see what I'm doing well. And let's go find the revolute mate. And let's make that center of that outer circle rotation mate with that circle there, and see if that goes. And let's go check to see if it's good. I think it is, but let's take a look by clicking, get rid of revolute, click on the part, and then let's see if we can rotate it. Yeah, so I'll zoom in for you. See if the part rotates without the rest of it rotating, and it does. Right, so that's good to go. That part right there is working like we want it to. So I'll click out of there, and we need to, let's insert this screw. So let's get the screw about where we want it, and again in the right orientation. Sometimes the orientation works out, sometimes it doesn't. But I'm going to click on that. I'm going to rotate it by 90 this way. And I'm going to then get it close-ish, bring it over here. And what do I want to do? I also want a rotation mate. I want to be able to turn that screw head. So revolute mate. And I think what I'm going to do is that surface, I think I'm going to do that surface right there. Did that work? Let's see. Yeah, that seems to have worked. So that's in place now. Okay. And again, you can check it to see if it works by zooming in, kill the revolute mate, and then choose the thing and see if you can rotate it without rotating other things. And that works just fine. Okay, good. Now we're getting there. We're getting there. And now let us find those other parts. There they are. Let's, this is a little connector piece. That little connector piece goes right here. And let me get the orientation right. So this piece we've got to rotate 90 this way. We've also got to rotate it. Wait, do I have that right? Yeah. And we also have to rotate it this way 90. So it's lined up like that. Okay, so now I'm going to, that really does get glued, so fasten. I just want to go whole center to whole center. So center of that hole. Oh, that's gonna sink into the surface. I chose the deep. I went too deep. It's gonna mate the surface of this to the inside of that, and the whole thing's gonna disappear. So wait, let me get rid of that and try again. Fasten. I want to be on the surface here. That's better. And then the surface of that hole, and click it, and let's see how we did. We did great. Now there's a little plug that fits in there. This little plug fits in there, and I'm going to put it in the right orientation first. I'm going to turn off the fasten mate. I'm going to drag this over. I'm going to put it in the right orientation by rotating it by 90. By rotating it by 90. And then I'm ready to fasten it into that hole. I think what I'll do is something similar. I think I'm just going to do that face to the outer portion of that hole. Fasten it in there. Good. And now this, let's see where we're at here. Let's get this guy together. So now we need a slide mate. So get rid of the fastened. Now we need a slide mate. We need these two to slide together. So let us now grab the slider mate, and I'm going to zoom in, and I want to slide mate that to the center of that and hit OK. I'm going to have to put limits on this, but let us just check it first. So now I'm looking right at this thing and move that out of my way. Let's see how it slides. Yeah, it goes too far. That's okay. We can fix that. Let's go with, so down to the slide mate, edit it, limits. Let's do its minimum as 0 and its maximum as 1.4 or 1.35 or something. And we may have to fiddle with that. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, so not quite right. Let's go back to slider, edit. Let's go minimum as negative 1.35 and maximum of 0. You have to fiddle with this stuff to get it right. Oh, close. So maximum, a little curious here. It's all about the initial mate and the placement of the thing during the initial mate, and that determines how big the limits have to be. Z, let's just try, let's see, -1. That's closer, right? And so let's just go -0.75. You're going to have to fiddle with this. Yours may or may not be the same unless you, depending on if you press the same constraint geometries that I did. So slider mate and negative maybe 0.9, -0.9er. And that's good. Doesn't go in quite as far as I want it to. So let's go with setting the slider, edit 0.9, and let's make this a little bit bigger, maybe 1. So it goes that far, and then it goes, 1 was a little bit too much. My goodness. So edit one last time here. I bet we'll get it. Maybe 1 inch. Maybe instead of that, we'll do 0.5. 0.5. See how that works out for us. And that's pretty good. You know, it's going in a little bit too far. Look at that. So I'm going to be a stickler here, and I'm going to change that to, instead of 0.5, maybe 0.45. 0.45. Again, your numbers will be different. You have to fiddle like I'm fiddling. It depends what you choose at the beginning. Yeah, that's good. So it'll only go that far that way, and it'll go that far that way. And let's finish this up. So I think we're really close here. All we have to do now is let's just grab this whole assembly here, sub-assembly really. Let's grab the sub-assembly and rotate it 180 this way. And maybe even just tilt a little bit this way, since I'm seeing that's tilted, just to get it in the rough orientation. And this is going to be, that's going to click in over here. We're going to hear a bell soon. I got to finish this up real fast here. Now we need to permanently mate those two together. So we just go to the fasten mate. I get here and I go dead center, and I come back out and I orbit around and I go to that little thing dead center, and I click on it, and let's see, it looks like we have a fully assembled and constrained selfie stick. Yeah, so that's good to go, right? And you'll notice if I grab this part right here, the part that rotates, if I click on that, I can rotate the whole thing. Just the top part, the part that holds the phone, rotates. If I want to rotate this nut, the hand bolt here, I can rotate that. If I want to slide it, make it longer, I can slide it, but only up to some maximum. If I want to slide it and make it shorter, I can slide it, but only down to some minimum. And so this is all done properly. It's fully constrained. Kind of a long video. Sorry about that, but it's complicated stuff, and you just got to spend the time in the saddle. It's like anything good. You want to learn it, you got to spend the time and just bump it up against it, right? It's a little bit tricky. It's not hard. It's more tricky than difficult. And you just have to persevere and get to it, and you'll have this. Share this file with me. Share with W. Warren at salemk12.org so I can do this to yours, etc., to see if it is all lined up just so. And that is the end of another amazing and thrilling CAD video. All right. See you guys soon. Have a nice vacation. Bye.